This is the fucking shit. So quiet. I just called it Metroid 3 or Super Metroid. Let me see about something real quick. Let's shrink that whole thing down to about there. There we go. Is that? Let's see. Let's see here. Nope. Nope. We don't need to see all that. All right. There we go. That was just me making sure that everything worked. Here is Super Metroid. You were asking about this game the other day and how you play it. And this is how. Jump B, shoot, shot Y, dash is going to be A, yes. Item select, cancel. Item cancel, okay, yeah, that all works. Controller setting, no, it's, nope, I did not mean to do that. Jump B, shoot Y, dash A, item cancel, okay. Special setting mode. Icon cancels, manual. Alright. We want moonwalk off. I'm not going to be doing any speed run stuff or anything like that. This is a straight up, just a casual run.
The last Metroid is in captivity. The galaxy is at peace.
I first battled the Metroids on planet Zebes. It was there that I foiled the plans of the space pirate leader, Mother Brain, to use the creatures to attack galactic civilization. And here we get a Super Metroid recreation of the end of Metroid 1. I next fought the Metroids on their homeworld, SR-388. I completely eradicated them, except for a larva, which after hatching followed me like a confused child. One way of putting it. You just saw that, but in 3D. I personally delivered it to the Galactic Research Station at Ceres, so scientists could study its energy producing qualities. See, now he's in that little capsule. Why did she Metroid herself? Like, why did you take all your stuff off? The scientists' findings were astounding. They discovered that the powers of the Metroid might be harnessed for the good of civilization. You want to elaborate on that? Nah. Satisfied that all was well, I left the station to seek a new bounty to hunt. Bounty hunter. But I had hardly gone beyond the asteroid belt when I picked up distress signal. Sears Station was under attack. Oh shit. Space Colony. These next few games, I'm going to have to read everything. Here we are. D-pad. Substandard D-pad makes wall jumping. Come on. The D-pad keeps picking up inputs. Okay. Don't even try wall jumping in this game without with an analog stick. I'm not gonna do that speedrun shit where you sit there and mash R and L. Like basically, when you do that and you arm pump like that, it actually moves your character forward a few frame like pixels at a time. Oh, look at that! There's the baby Metroid. All right, all I have to do is pick it up and leave, right? Wrong. See, Samus, this is why you keep all your stuff equipped. We just dealt with this asshole. I don't know why I'm doing this. Alright. Come on. Do what you need to do. Do the hurt. Why are you doing such little damage? Oh my god. One more. There we go. Alright. Yep. This shit's good though. I fucking love this game so much. We only got a minute though. God, I fucking love this game so much. As you can see, this is the first game that introduced the map system. It's very rudimentary in its design. It doesn't show you where doors are. It'll show you where items are. But, B button, will you please let me jump? I forget if it was Super Metroid Impossible or Kai. I think it was Super Metroid Impossible that, at a certain point, the game was deemed to be impossible to beat until enough speedrun tech was actually finally found to then actually clear the game. Like is Oats and Goats, who premiered the game Super Metroid Impossible at GDQ and was able to beat the game live on stage in a single sitting. And I think at the end he did come in underestimate. What time is it? So it's almost 11. But because it's Friday, we get to go later. I don't think we're going to beat this today, though. Because I'm going to want to try and go for all items. And I'm not a Super Metroid speedrunner. I'm not even a Super Metroid, like, I wouldn't even say I'm good at the game. Like, if you look at, like, how I play versus, like, how speedrunners play, I'm fucking trash at this game. But if you, like, compare me to, like, your average person, I'm alright. So, this is the Mother Brain Chamber from the first game. And geographically speaking, this is correct. Her chamber was directly above where you started. And this is where you started in the first Metroid game. This is where you found the Morph Ball. Oh, I'm sorry. The Morphing Ball. She's gonna morb! And you have to go here in order to progress. A lot of this game's time is taken up with this. They give you a lot of items in this game. You don't need any of them, really. Like, most of them, like, you need, like, Ice Beam, sort of. If you want an easier time taking out the you don't even need Ice Beam to take out the Metroids in this game. Same procedure as last time, yeah. And you'll even note... Oh, where are you? It's right there. Can't get it just yet. We need to come back with an item. But this is basically, like, this is the remains of the original hideout. Like those weird cameras and shit. Nobody knows really what those are or why they are. Probably the best way I could say that. Why is Samus? So I'm gonna do this like, you know, item collection and getting all this stuff. I'm gonna do it like the casual way. I could, you know, if I wanted to, probably like do a bunch of wall jumping and sequence breaking and shit like that. One thing I can't do reliably is muckball. So here are our first glimpse of space pirates. And in terms of release order, this is the very first time we see space pirates. Especially because, yeah, Zero Mission came out well after this. Do 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 do. Ooh. Oh. I can't get that high of a voice. Right? Go, and there we go. Whoop. Where's my little Metroid friend? Ridley stole him. That's the whole reason we're here. At the start of the game, Samus was like, hey, I delivered the Metroid to a research station. And then it fell under attack by the space pirates, specifically Ridley. Here is, I believe this is a map room, if I'm not mistaken. We'll see a lot of familiar creatures and some new ones in this game. Yeah, I believe this is a map room. We'll go ahead and grab it. Like I said, we're not doing speedrun stuff, so... Alright, great. That's actually going to be helpful. So our Metroid friend has been captured. We are trying to essentially rescue... Maybe not exactly rescue, but we're trying to keep the space pirates from having this little Metroid friend, if you will. Yeah. So we can't get the stuff in that room. That's a save room, obviously. In case that's not obvious, a little S there. Yeah, this game doesn't have, like, save stations out in the wild. Metroid 1, well, Metroid 1 didn't even have save stations. It had a password system, unless you got the Japanese release. And I dislike the Nintendo D-pad with a burning passion. Come on, give me some. There we go. That's I think as close as we're gonna get to recouping our missiles. And these are the statues I was telling you about. They're made by the Chozo. And I think they're designed to look sort of like the Chozo in their own power armor. Now we're locked in here. Why are we locked in here? Oh, goody. Easy. Now, didn't even, no hit. Look at that. No hit Metroid. Literally impossible. I am convinced that no hitting Metroid would be, or would I be able to? No. I am not that good. And the D-pad is that bad. Yeah. See, when I'm pressing to the side, it's registering up and down inputs. It makes me want to, like, emulate this game. When did Metroid Fusion come out? Metroid Fusion came out 2002, I want to say. Yeah, 2002. And it came out on the Game Boy Advance. Now we're going to drop down here real quick. We're going to have to backtrack here anyway, so this is kind of dumb to do this now, but I like having more ammo. So now that we have bombs, boom. And if I was really good at bomb jumping, is it 3 or 2D? It's 2D. All the remaining Metroid games that we have to play are 2D. Now, Dread has, like, you know, 3D graphics, but it's on a 2D plane. Some people refer to it as, like, 2.5D. Crumble blocks. This is the first game to introduce crumble blocks as well. Yeah, this D-pad is really bad. So I'm not going to be I'm not going to be able to do like a whole bunch of single wall jumps and stuff like that, because this D-pad just does not handle well. Like if you're even slightly off, it'll register like if I'm pressing left, but if I tilt up just a little bit, oh, I just slightly move my finger. If it's not perfectly placed, pressing forward. Oh, wait, these guys, that's right. When I was a kid, I valued my missiles so much that I killed these guys with bombs. We're not going to be going there for a long, long time. I believe Almar was in here. He saw my wallpaper. Actually, that room that is my wallpaper is through that missile door on the other side. I was surprised he's able to pick up on that. A lot of people don't notice that that's what that wallpaper is. Good on him for doing that. Thank you. I don't know why I'm not pressing the run button. I believe this is the only game to also have a sprint button. This is what I'm talking about. This game's fucking soundtrack is just, it's on another level. Alright, in this room, we can't quite do this yet. You can if you can mock ball. How hard is the game? Depends on what you determine to be hard. In terms of like getting from the start of the game to the end of the game, I would say it's, if you know what you're doing, if you know the game, it's not hard at all. If you want to do really, really, really good at the game, and you want to like get like, you know, like fast times and like do like mock balls and shit like that, this game is really fucking hard. It's the skill floor and the skill ceiling. The skill floor is very, very low, but the skill ceiling is fucking like through the roof. I believe this is just is this a missile refill or a map? Map station. Okay. I'll grab the maps. It'll help me remember where stuff is. Oh wait, that's right. They didn't. They just indicated with dots, like where things are, not necessarily items. I'm just like doing a normal casual run of the game. And anytime you see a silver door like that, that's a locked door. You have to either beat a boss or a specific, like all the enemies in the room or something like that, in order to get that door to unlock. That's a save station, and that is, I believe, a missile refill. So we will ignore those two. Wow. The game ate some of my missiles. Alright. I will certainly not speedrun this game. It's, yeah. it's very hard to do. But like, if you want to see a speed run of it, I'd recommend like checking out like Oats and Goats. He's actually going to be at SGDQ, I think. And he might be doing any percent. I guess they found some new stuff in any percent to show off. The main reason speedrunners like to go to GDQ, at least to my knowledge, is for to like show off their games and stuff like that. See these blocks here? Speed Booster's back. And those dinosaurs. Alright, so we're gonna go down before we go up, but our main goal is to go up. I want to see if I can do this. Fuck off! See, this is the stuff you'd have to do for like 100% speed runs. Is you'd have to wall jump off of that, then like that. There you go. Got it. The interesting speed runs are the games that are not so focused on the story but more on the gameplay. That's Super Metroid. Right, there should be some crumble blocks right there. There we go. There's more stuff there. That's why that door is there, and the oh look, super missile or super bomb door, power bomb door, and annoying dickhead. See, I keep trying to. I can kind of do it. I could do it more reliably. The single wall jumps on like an actual SNES controller. Give me one of those. Maybe I should have played this on my SNES Mini, but that would have required me getting up midstream and changing all my inputs for a single game, and that didn't really seem like a good idea. But yeah, I think the best speedruns are focused on the gameplay and not the story. There's a cool little thing that you can do in Super Metroid. With charge beam, yeah. Right, we're not going forward there because we don't have the item that we need. All right, now we go up. And speedrunners will never, ever, ever do this. It's not even a boss fight. It's a mini boss fight. They usually do the mock ball earlier to get super missiles early so that they don't have to do this boss fight. This is why Nintendo games are the most prominent speedruns. Yeah. Like, look at Super Mario World, for example. And, you know, like Super Mario World is showing up at SGDQ. I think that's the end of this next month. So, like, you know, good luck to SGDQ. I'm going to be playing Elden Ring DLC. I honestly don't know if I'll ever watch a Games Done Quick event again. They're not as entertaining as I used to find them. Like, I used to take an entire week off from work and like do that whole like shebang. I'd donate when there were like cool incentives and stuff like that. But so once you unlock these silver doors, like shoot them open, they stay unlocked forever. So if I ever have to come back through here, which I don't think I'll have to do. And this is Sportsman. This is why I say that this game is easy. At least casually speaking. Like this guy, just sit here in the corner and these things will never touch you. Of course, you gotta do that, but you got your little safety spot. And this is why speedrunners like to skip this fight. it's a joke. I think there is like a reverse boss order. There's some weird speed run that some people do just so that Fantoon can get, or I'm sorry, not Fantoon, Spore Spawn, and get his time in the spotlight. Mario games are the most prominent under speedruns. Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario 64, Mario Odyssey, Super Mario World. Back to what I was talking about. A streamer that I watch made a Mario ROM hack called Grand Poo World 3. That's going to be showing up at GDQ. It got accepted into the games list at GDQ, and a streamer that I watch religiously is going to be there commentating on the couch for that speedrun. Oats and Goats is going to SGDQ as well. There's a lot of people who are going to SGDQ this time around. It's like a reunion of all the people that I loved. So I might actually watch GDQ this time around, this year. SGDQ at least. But I'll probably only check out the sections where Grand Poo World and Super Metroid are in. Maybe if there's some like Metroid Dread or something. I have to take a look at the schedule. I think it's already out. There we go. SGDQ is Summer Games Done Quick. It's a speedrunning event where they raise money for Doctors Without Borders. Now, I found this to be a little interesting little thing. If you do a wall jump off of Spore Spawn, his body shakes. No other part of the game can you do something like this. It's such a weird... I don't know if that's a glitch that just they never bothered fixing because it was kind of harmless. But I find that interesting. So yeah, Summer Games Done Quick is a speedrunning event. It runs 24 hours a day for an entire week. And a lot of people use that opportunity to, talk about their stream, talk about their games that they like to speedrun, promote their channels. They'll give shout outs to a lot of people that like helped them get to where they were, stuff like that. And so it's a great way for like, smaller streamers to get promoted. If you're into that sort of thing. Yes, it was. Fixing games on the SNES was literally not a thing that you could do. So I just really quickly want to point out here, I just picked up a Super Missile expansion and got 5 Super Missiles. That happens for every single missile pack. Yeah, and so what people will do is they'll get early super missiles and then they'll bomb this area open here, and then they'll use like there's some like weird screen scrolling trick that you can do to where you can fire the super missile from somewhere around here into that hole, and it will still go through the hole and hit that super missile block that we just shot at. And so that's how people they'll skip Spore Spawn, still get the like, even 100% doesn't have to do Spore Spawn. It's a completely optional boss fight. I would say if you're playing original hardware, because this is fucking, trying to do this is trying to wall jump with this goddamn controller is actual torture. Like, it should be considered a war crime. There we go. There we go. An extra set of missiles. I used to struggle with getting that all the time when I was younger. But, well, give me original hardware, I could probably play this game a whole hell of a lot better than I'm playing right now. Okay, this is a good, bad thing. The developer made more effort. The game has no bugs and runs well, but a problem could not be corrected. Well, that's why I think Super Metroid is a great example of a game that runs well. It's incredibly well made. It has a lot of sequence break potential, like, you know, you're in that there you go. So yeah, I could do this. And again, if I was this fucking controller, I swear to God. It's not even the control, it's the D-pad. But yeah, you can wall jump your way up this, get power bombs early, and from this point you could then make your way over to the boss of the wrecked ship and fight him first. I wouldn't recommend doing that casually because you'll get absolutely annihilated. Hey, what the fuck? Thank you. Ah. 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 Oh, wait, we're not there yet. Oh, wait, that's right. Yep, okay. Whoop. Okay. Whoop. Dun, 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 dun. See, like, you're not supposed to get this until you get high jump. But if you can wall jump, get it now. Our first beam upgrade. This is the game that introduced beam stacking. So we have this before. We're technically supposed to have it, but you know, what's the big deal? It's just a beam, an extra, like, extra firepower. It doesn't break. God damn it. Get off my fucking shit, you asshole. Okay. Yeah, water physics in this game are fucking atrocious, by the way. Gee, I wonder if this looks like anything familiar, like maybe something we saw in Metroid Prime. Oh, wait, hold on. Before we do that, let's head down here first. We're not going to be staying here long, and I'll illustrate why in a bit. Is it this room? No. You need speed booster to get to that room. I think it's this side then. Is this it? Yeah, here you go. See, we're taking constant damage. It's a heat room. If it has that shimmering background, that's a heated room. You need various suit to not take constant damage in there. Now, going in again into the speed runs and all that stuff, they'll do what's called hell runs, where they'll essentially go and sprint through those rooms, constantly taking damage, and it's frequently used in God, what is it? We're gonna go this way. Glitches have for the game a positive effect, more positive effect than bugs because it's more speedrun. There's a reworked Mario 64, not the DS version, and it is seen as worse because yeah, the back jump was fixed. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna. God, I forgot the pacing. Okay, I forgot how to do whatchamacallit, bomb jumping effectively. People are probably wondering like what the fuck I'm doing. I'm just opening that door so that as I work my way through this room afterwards, I don't have to fucking deal with that guy. Open the door now, I don't have to kill him later. High jump boots. You're not supposed to have this until after you beat the first boss. We're about to go beat the first boss. There's a total of 4 main bosses in the game. I've already done 2 different, very simple sequence breaks. But yeah, developers that like try and fix like, silly glitches in their game that allow speedrunners to do some of the tricks that they do, I don't like that practice. I'm more a fan of like, leave it alone if it's not a game breaking glitch. Just leave it alone. Alright, before we move on, I am going to suspend this to pause the in-game timer because I don't think the start menu does that. And we're going to take another break to run some ads. You don't have to like the ads, you don't have to watch the ads, but I am going to run them all the same. Otherwise, Twitch will run them while I'm playing a game, and I'd rather run them during breaks. So, go stretch your legs or, get a drink or whatever you feel you need to do, and we'll be back in just a few. I'll see you guys on the other side. All right, Twitch has told me that the 3 minutes of ads are up, and it's time to head back into a video game. Yay! Yeah! Video game! Yeah, these blocks are super missile blocks. Here. Illustrate that right there. And that's why I get high jump boots. You can get up there through precise jumping, or just do what I do and get the high jump boots early. Doing wall jumps isn't Like, you basically need a single wall jump to get those. And this is the reason I got Spazer early. If you just had Power Beam in here, all these vines and stuff, they'd be getting caught all over the, I want to see if it... All over the, like, all these vines and stuff would be stopping your shots. There it is. Yeah, so there's an upgrade over here. But we can't get to it yet because we need power bombs. So we will be coming back here. Just try, and there's stuff that's not on the map, like these little offshoots. But also, if you didn't have Spazer, you wouldn't be able to kill these guys and... Oh. Oh, look, it's Kraid. Look at that. First boss down. How great. We're going to be seeing the full Kraid fight, by the way. It is possible. I don't know why I thought I had 10 super missiles. It is possible to take him out before he takes his full form, but again, I'm not doing speed run stuff. There's like some weird stuff where you have to like place yourself right here and then like dump a whole bunch of super missiles into his mouth. And if you fail to do it, then you get what they call the yep, there he goes. Damn near had it. Literally one missile to kill him. But yeah, if you do the Kraid quick kill, it and there's Various Suit already. We're just zooming along. If you do the quick kill, it actually locks the room in that single square thing, and you have to like navigate your way to this door without seeing anything. All right, I'm starting to get my mojo back a little bit. Still, it's never going to be 100% again because Nintendo does not make D-pads like they used to. And I could have played this on the SNES Mini, but that would have been a whole other headache to deal with. All right, now we'll take out Kraid here, little baby Kraid. Which leads into a theory of mine. People are like, wait, how is this guy back again? It's like, Kraid is not a person, it's a species. That's my theory. There's no evidence that this is the case, but it just makes sense. Like, you see a bunch of a certain thing, and it's called something, you would assume then, okay, that's a species name. Granted, Kraid is a weird name to give a species, but I mean, otherwise we're dealing with, like, continuity errors and plot holes and, you know, when there's a very simple explanation. Ta-da! And so I tend to favor the simple explanation over like, oh, it's just a plot hole. You know, fucking like use your brain for a little bit. Like try and be creative and come up with a reason why we're seeing this boss again. Like, yeah, we killed him in the first Metroid game. Alright, let's move on. Now we're in Norfair again. We were just here. And now when we go into this room Ta-da! We're not taking damage. Fuck these guys. Alright. Get back here, you fucking asshole. No, it's not here yet, but I dropped a super missile. I'm trying to get my super missiles back. Not too worried about the, like, health or anything like that. I'm gonna be worried about health soon. See, that item was not marked on the map. So essentially, you have to just know where everything is, or you have to look up a guide. I should be able to know. I've done 100% Super Metroid, I think, once before. I normally just, like, you know, I usually just go for the quick ending. Single sitting in, like, approximately 2 hours or so. But I'm playing this game not for my sake, but to show it off, essentially. I think it's a fantastic game. Alright. I think it's over here. Yeah, it's over here. You go up like this, and then, yeah. Okay, so you hit that, and then... Fuck it. There's a way to get there easier. We're just gonna do this the intended way. That's kind of what I am trying to not do too many. How many times have you played through it? How long is a playthrough? How long a playthrough is depends on the player and what they're aiming to do. 100% is obviously going to be longer. But how many times have I played this? Well over 50 times, I'm sure. There was a time after I got out of the military, but like I would get home from work when I was working as a security officer after I left the military, and I'd just boot this game up on an emulator and I'd sit there and play it until it was time to go to bed. It got to the point where I was beating the game in approximately like 2 hours on average, but I was never doing 100%. I was just doing like a casual, like normal run. You know, speedrunners would call it any percent, but I don't really classify it like that because why would I? I don't speedrun this game. But an average playthrough can, you know, for your first time, could take a very, very long time. It could be a very quick time too. Like if you're really good at the game and understand the mechanics and pick them up really quickly, if you're good at like picking up like mock ball and stuff like that, you can speed through the game relatively quickly. But you know, most people on like a blind playthrough, you know, where they don't know all that stuff, they're gonna have a harder time, obviously. Yeah. Yep. Like Sekiro, for you, a game you play for relaxing. Yeah, that's what this game was for me. It was my relaxation game. Okay, now we gotta haul ass. The fucking monk of steer shit right there. Whole goddamn screen shaking its ass off. Super Metroid, I'd like to use one of my timeouts to dispute that call. Alright, I think we're gonna get wave beam early. Luckily, this is it's not easy, but it's also not hard. I think you only need one effective wall jump, one or two wall jumps to pull it off. God damn it. I keep forgetting. I gotta wait for that to drop down before I jump over to the other one. Otherwise that happens. There's a reason I'm going for wave beam early. Right, get that. There we go. Wave beam early. Single wall jump. It's supposed to have grapple beam before you do that. And grapple beam gets you get way later in this area. But now our ship passes through walls. Oh, that's right. No. It's over here. There we go. And they have this conveniently placed down here in case you want to refill all the health that you lost getting hurt by the spikes. We'll never have to come back in this room again. This room is complete in terms of getting all the things. I need to start getting in the habit of pressing that. See, that's why I'm getting wave beam early, is because it lets me take these guys out before they pop up out of the ground. Oh, I forgot about you. I didn't know there was a second one. Whoops. I haven't played this game in a long time. And it's probably showing that I'm rusty as hell. There's probably like some speedrunner who come find this fucking run later and be like, what the fuck happened here? This dude is shit. Hello to this guy. He fucking sucks. Whoop. Fuck you. Alright. Jump up here. Makes a good little health refill and ammo refill right there. And now we get one of the most busted items in this fucking game. But before we get it, shoot up. For a missile pit. Again, not marked on the map. Also, red doors can be opened with a single missile, super missile, or 5 regular missiles. I'd say save your super missiles unless you're trying to go fast. And now you gotta go fast. Oh yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just doing my normal... Like, I just cleared that entire room without looking at it at all. I was reading what you were saying. You play a game though, you can play it without thinking about it, without having to worry about it. Like, yeah, it's all right. Try it from down here. No. Shit. Okay. I think we'll just go back this way. Whoop. 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 Fuck. Get the fuck out of there. We won't be doing... I said I would never play Sekiro ever if Ishin the Sword Saint defeats you. He still hasn't done so after a year. Half a year, I'm sorry. That's pretty good. I would never put down my favorite game if I died in it because Elden Ring is my favorite game. I know that like I gush over Super Metroid and Metroid as a whole, and it is my favorite franchise of all time. But you know, trying to claim that like Metroid games are better or that I play them more than like Elden Ring or Souls games or like Fallout games would just be wrong. It's my favorite franchise because it's one that I grew up on. But my favorite game usually changes depending on like what's out of the game. Right, now that we got Super Metroid or Super Metroid, now we got Speed Booster, we can clear this room. Whoop. Yeah, the way they have you route this game normally is very, very weird. Okay, no. I'll just do this like a normal filthy casual. I meant to shoot those orange dudes. Oh well. It's not like I would have been able to pick up their stuff. Interesting that this beam is not placed behind a door. Not a door, but a missile door. It's ice beam. This will allow us to go get another upgrade. Yes, fuck. There we go. A little bit of ice for everybody. God damn it. And boom. There we go. Get over here as far as possible because this little area right here, those are crumble blocks, I believe. Somewhere along there, I think there's crumble blocks. Pretty sure. And so if you're like far to the left, you'll fall down through the crumble blocks and have to do that whole climb all over again. Let's get the hell out of here for now. Or we'll be back. Very, very shortly. Do. And I hate if those rooms were just a little bit longer, it'd be great. Yeah, we're doing this the slow casual, filthy casual way. But it's the way that I know to consistently beat this game. I believe that room behind that super missile door is just a missile refill. We don't need that. We don't want it. Alright. Now that we have high jump, and then we get through here. There's also a weird glitch when you like take damage on the spikes, so you can like I think if you press the opposite direction just as you take the hit, you get like launched like super far, super fast. And speedrunners will often use that to like zoom across this room. And they're able to consistently do it. I think there cannot be a perfect game. There's so many genres that you can't compare. Well, yeah. No, but I'd say this is as close as you can get to a perfect game. I never said that Super Metroid is perfect. I just said it's very close. I don't think that it's possible to form a proper concept of perfection just because of like what it means. We're not perfect. How can we know what perfection is if we ourselves are not perfect? It's one of those things that I hold true to myself, that like will never be able to. God damn it! Fuck off. So that's what happens. You get stuck in those things. They like to chew on you. And yeah, you can't compare like this to like, you know, Dark Souls, for example. They're nothing alike. Although there are people who will claim that Dark Souls is a Metroidvania. Technically, we could go up and take on Phantoon right now. There's a lot of people who can beat him with much less. I'm not one of the... Oh, shit. U-turn. There's an item I can get, though. Without having to leave this entire zone. Whoops. Whoop. And then down inside this guy, Powerbomb. Yeah, I know, but I watch people who like they'll play and you know commentate on and share their thoughts of Dark Souls, and they try to paint a picture that it is a Metroidvania. I disagree. I will heartedly and vehemently disagree with that statement. From now until the day that I fucking die. There's no like item progression. There's nothing that like locks you out from any part of the game besides... No! Oh my god. I'm having a skill issue with these goddamn fucking plants. Yeah, the only thing that really keeps you from progressing too far into the game is the Lord Vessel. Now, granted, there are keys and stuff to find, but that's just an RPG trope. Oof. Yeah, kill those little flea enemies that you see there. They're a great way to whatchamacallit, to refill on super missiles, or not super missiles, power bombs. If you are not full power bombs and you kill one of those guys, it's a guaranteed, almost 100% guarantee that they'll drop one for you. And as you see, when we picked up multiple power bombs now, we got 5 of each. It's the same. This game is not really a Metroidvania. I agree that it's not a Metroidvania. Like, I agree. I didn't make that claim. I would say that it is an RPG, though. It is a fantasy RPG, action RPG. But if you need to put it in the Soulsborne package, you absolutely can. That's perfectly fine. But, like, it's bare bone, like, it's... The DNA of that fucking game is RPG. Action RPG, specifically. It was basically a Japanese company that took a stab on the Western RPG approach. But yeah, I agree. You're not going to see me disagreeing with you on what on what Dark Souls is. But I will stand by my statement that it is an action RPG. It is not just a Soulsborne. Because like Sekiro, you could say that falls into the Soulsborne if you want, but it doesn't have the same like leveling up mechanics or you know all that other shit that that like Dark Souls and Elden Ring have. I wasn't sure if there's a thing there. Now there's a thing here. We're not supposed to be able to get yet because we're not supposed to have Wave Beam yet. Yeah, this area, these enemies are... We wouldn't even be able to hurt them. And here we are. Look at this. Energy recharge, right? Yep. I just did this backwards. Holy shit. Okay. Yeah, I would say Sekiro is an action adventure game, but it, you know, a lot of people will put it, because it was made by From Software, they'll put it in that Soulsborne category. Let me get some health real quick. I did this backwards. Okay. Which means we skipped an item. That's going to be a hard item to get at this point, though. Time for another boss. Everybody's favorite, Crocomire. This guy actually gave me a very hard time when I was younger. You can't defeat him by doing damage to him. You wanna fucking chill for a bit, dude? Holy crap, man. Holy shit, dude, go back. Alright. And also, you know, a Nintendo game for kids, right? Here you go, kids. Watch the skin melt from his body. I'm not going all the way back just yet. Whoop. Let me do it. Let me do it. Goodbye. You going away forever? Saying that like you're never coming back here or something like that. Have a good night, though. Thanks for stopping by. When this happened as a kid, remember, this guy gave me a hard time as a kid. And this happened, it scared the fucking shit out of me. I was like, what? I have to go again? No. But that implies that that entire time he was in this acid, he was alive. Because he was able to get into the acid, climb, crawl, and pull himself out. Only to fall dead at your feet. And now we can restock. I wonder if I can get to that item room now. Gotta take a peek over there. Do I restock? Here. Alright. No. No, absolutely not. Nope. I don't even know if you could wall jump your way up there. You could bomb jump probably, but... Go ahead and save real quick. Alright. We don't want to... It's not yet. Ah. I thought there were those like weird little mermaid looking dudes that live in the fucking lava in those different things. Only reason I kept poking at him like that. Alright. And ta-da. 5 more missiles. This game fucking hands out missiles expansions like it's fucking going out of style. Alright. Here you go. Yeah, okay. I know what I'm doing now. Alright. What the hell? Was I not... Game? What the fuck? Son of a bitch. Fuck me. Okay. That'll have to be a... We do that later. Shine sparking in this game actually costs health. But there's a missile pack over there in that direction. Actually, no, we don't have to come back later. We can get it now. Just gotta grab onto... Shit. Let's see if I can do this. Nope. Are these super bombs or... Yeah. Okay. Whoop. All right. Come on, dude. Get your ass back here. Okay, we're coming back here way later then. Alright, that's just... That's gonna take a long time. I don't know how... I used to be able to do that with via, like, just shine sparking. You can tell I am rusty as hell at this game. Jesus. Alright, there we go. Got through there. Freeze that asshole and that asshole. Fuck you too. Uh-huh. Was that in the original Super Metroid where you couldn't aim straight up while pressing R and L at the same time? That doesn't sound right. Oh, I thought there was a missile pack down here. Well... Ugh. Whoop. Don't mind my Mario RPG screenshots. I honestly don't even remember taking those. Is there a missile pack down here? Why am I thinking that there's a missile pack in here? There is not. I was on the other side and I was free and clear of this shit. Alright. We've done that. Now it's time to make our climb out. Dicks. Go. Grab that. Grab a hold of that. Go. And more power bombs. Notice they're being very, very fucking stingy with super missiles. There's a reason for that. Super missiles in this game, aside from... Oh god, what was it? Aside from Phantoon, is... They're essentially your key to winning... How to beat the game. Super missile. Okay, I got them all back already. Okay. They'll fucking stack you up on power bombs, no doubt, though. Alright, get the fuck out of here. And I will try and see if I can get that other item that I missed earlier. It'll just be a short detour. There we go. And that's a super missile gate, yeah. So you can't activate that gate from this side of this side. I think it might be possible, like in a glitched way. There might be a glitched way to go about doing it, but you're not intended to get through super missile gates from the other side. All right, now we're gonna try and see if I can get that item. This is the normal way I usually get to Crocomire. I usually don't take that back road. The one thing that I feel that the other games kind of got right, and how they handled like weapon swapping and stuff like that. But I'm getting my power bombs back, or my power bomb supply back, so I'm happy. Oh god, this is it. Okay. Do this. This. Oh, yes. The alternative is to come back here like later with like space jump or something like that. Because as you can see, the fucking all the platforms in there are crumble blocks. You have exactly like, I think 1 frame or something like that to... excuse you, game. Want to try that again? Okay, no, apparently you don't want to try that again. Shooting was a bad idea. Got it. Don't know why I would shoot. And we're back here. Let's see about taking out Phantoon. I think that's going to be our next target. There, we'll be able to beef up our super missile supply. But only after we take out Phantoon. Whoop! There we go. Come on. I don't know why I'm fighting everything I don't need to at this point. That over there. Next drink up on deck. I don't think we're gonna go this way just yet. You can break this glass. Break the glass. Blake would be so happy. He has some glass named after him. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm just talking to my ass at this point. Oh! It's fucking water, man. Okay, I still got about 20 minutes. That's plenty of time. It's almost midnight. Oh. 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 You know what's interesting is playing this has kind of made me want to go and check out, what is it, SMZ3's... It's an SMZ3 run that was done at a GDQX, which is a GDQ Express. I didn't even talk about the charities that they raise money for. In the summer, Games Done Quick raises money for Doctors Without Borders, so that'll be here sometime in June, early July, I think. But they did a GDQ Express where it was usually during Twitch cons that they did those. That's funny. And the X-ray scope. This is where they got the idea for the X-ray visor in Metroid Prime, I'm pretty sure. It just does this. It was this game's way of like letting you like learn secrets. Like, oh, there's a secret here and there's a secret there, and like, you know, that's how you're supposed to find all the items if you wanted to find all the items and didn't know where they were. I'm not even sure if I can recall off the top of my head where all the items are. I'm gonna try and go in like a normal progression route of all the items. Oh yeah, these guys, the room gets progressively darker as you kill more and more of them inside a room. So if you want to see the platforms, don't kill those things. And now we go up again. Interestingly enough, Phantoon is one of those bosses where you do not want to use super missiles unless it's the final hit. It's actually a speedrun trick to use, like it's a stutter stepping technique that you use as you're attacking Phantoon to do a bunch of damage with missiles. And it allows you to launch a lot of missiles at him like really quickly. I don't know how to do it. I've seen it done, but I don't know how to do it. It's not easy to do. Most of the really good like speedrun tricks and stuff like that in this game are not easy to do. Like I said, playing this game casually, if you're good enough, it's not that hard. Playing this game as a speedrun though, this game is fucking vicious. And it's why I'll never speedrun this game. I'll speedrun Dread until the cows come home, because that is more, like, the tricks in there are not as bad. And a lot of, like, what I've seen of the 100% speedrun, no major glitches at this point in time in the game. Mostly involves, like, a lot of damage boosting and stuff like that. This is where the item collection gets a little bit weird. Thank you. Whoop. All right. And as you can see, we're on the surface again. And the music and the weather has changed. I'm doing this before I go into the wreck ship. It's ideal to do it after, but more missiles. We're already up to 90, and we've only beaten one major boss. Prockermeyer is also an optional boss, if you're good enough. The only bosses that are mandatory in this game are the 4 main ones. And we already know that Ridley's one of those 4 main ones. We already took out Kraid, he's another one. And I would argue he's a species, not a person. Like, I don't know how else to really word that. It's a species. I don't like that they named that boss Kraid. And then, oh, here's like a whole bunch of them. Now we're in wreck ship. It's down here. Okay. Oh. I think this is the only upgrade we can get without the power on. So this ship has no power right now. 95 missiles. Against Fantoon, that's going to be a huge benefit. Oh, shit. Shit. Would I be able to? Or are they actually like that about this? Yeah, okay. They're kind of dicks about it. Alright. Oh, man. Shit. Do I really run the risk of dying? I don't think so. Now that I've said that, I'm gonna fucking die to Fantoon and lose, like, everything that I just did. Right? Whoop. Alright. Boss time. I used to be able to name the phases that you get off of this guy. Off of memory alone. Yeah, you can shoot those things to like get pickups from him. Oh, I'm getting the slow. Oh, fuck. Okay, he's gonna start doing this again now. Alright, there we go. Yeah, if you shoot this guy with super missiles, he'll go up into the corner in this invisible state that he's in, and he'll just fucking, like, pelt you with these little blue balls that basically cover the entire room. Alright, he's getting pretty orange. He's got a little ways to go, but I think we'll be alright. Alright, I think one more round ought to do it. guy is not giving it up. He hasn't figured it out yet. There we go. Dude is super dead. And the only reason I was worried about dying to him is because when I was a kid, I died to him. It's actually kind of embarrassing. So, like, I will never claim that I'm really good at this game, but I was a lot worse when I was young. But now the ship's awake, so... Hooray! Like, I guess the lore behind this is Phantoon was siphoning power off of the ship. And so, like, all of its stuff was essentially dead. Let's go ahead and get the map. It's really not for me, but I know there are people who would appreciate being able to see the map. I can reference it at certain points, but there's a lot of secrets in the wreck ship. To include E-tanks, super missiles, all sorts of stuff. Those things that were containing those whatever the fuck they are now empty, so they're broken free and roaming around the ship. Look, it's another super missile expansion. You get 5. I think like the max is like 75 or something stupid like that. You get a ridiculous amount of super missiles in this game, and they're insanely powerful. Right? I want to go that way yet. No, I don't think I can go that way yet. I go up here. Whoop, whoop, press the wrong button. It's that Metroid 2 muscle memory that I built up coming into effect again. Go. You have to kill all of the enemies in this room to get free from this room. And there's a lot of those, like, those flying assholes. The dudes that spit shit at you. These little weird atom-looking nuclei fucking things. Oh, look, there's another... Hey. Is that everything? I don't think so, no. That's everything. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to run through these and open up all these doors so that when we come... Because we're going to come through here again. We don't have to fight all these assholes. Stop hitting me. Can I go this way yet? Technically, yes. Fucking R2-D2 bunk looking motherfuckers. Come on. I think you can blast him with a super missile to get him to move really, really fast, but I wouldn't recommend that. Now let's see if this is this the one that we... No. Yeah, so at this point you would then go, what else is there here? There's nothing. I'm not going to use that really probably ever again, actually, now that I think about it. It's very, very slow to do that. I'm not trying to, like, go super slow with this game. I'd like to have it done inside of 3 or 4 hours, so it'll probably be wrapped up on Sunday. Yeah, because we're doing a long-ass stream on Sunday, since Monday's stream is now canceled. Well, not now canceled. It was canceled the moment I got invited to a barbecue on Memorial Day. My initial plan for Monday was just going to be to stream all day. Oh god, I remember this. Okay. There's an item pick up here that's kind of annoying. There we go. Okay. Yeah, we gotta ride these guys. Oops. uh, I'll take you up, down, all around. And there you go. Ooh! Oh my god. That was scary. Yeah, there's a quicker way to get all of these items, but I'm not a Super Metroid speedrunner. That asshole blocked me from getting up here. There's really nothing. Oh, that's right. Nice little missile there. No! Damn it. Well, we're going to be going back to that room sooner than I thought. And now that I actually think about it, if I hadn't fucked up like that, we wouldn't have had to go back to that room at all. Ah. Alright. Right. There we go. Let's see what we can... Oh. There we go. See what we can see. Alright, now let's not fuck this up. I was trying to get back out of that hole that led me to that missile pack. So there's a different way to go too that leads to the big item that leads us to the largest zone in the game. And oh, we're gonna have to, yeah, let's go ahead and create a quick little pause here. We're gonna take another short ad break. You don't have to like the ads, you don't have to watch the ads, but I do have to run them to keep pre-rolls off and keep control of when I play the ads. So I'll run a few ads. We'll all meet back here in a few minutes. I'll see you guys on the other side. Oh, which is let me know if the ads are complete. So let's get back to beating the crap out of some Super Metroid. Probably be our last little bit before I call it for tonight. It is getting a little bit late for me. It's almost, or we're it's just after midnight. We're creeping up on 1 o'clock, and what do I have to do tonight? Besides spend time with my girlfriend, I don't have a whole lot to do tomorrow. Maybe getting a car wash? The fucking water. God. The water physics in this game are... That's a really weird enemy, by the way. It's the only time you see it. Water physics in this game are fucking rough, though. Probably my only complaint about this game. Alright, now we go bowling. And drop this. And before we go into that next room, let's go ahead. And I believe this will lead us to more super missiles. And there, right there is your hint of what to do. Okay. Yeah, that wall has to go that way. But go that way, and then you can... Oh no, oh no, it's just a reserve tank. Whoa. Yeah, you can get in to this area from like above, but you can't actually get into here. So you'd only be able to see the item from the other way you could approach it. So I'm more fond of like the Shine Spark puzzles in other Metroid games, mainly because they don't require you to take damage constantly. Speaking of which, we're about to go take a bunch of damage. I'm gonna head back to the landing site. And there's a whole bunch of shit. But yep, now we're free to roam about the water as if it was above land. Great. You can get, if you do fall in, there's a bombable block down there at the bottom. You can bomb to get back out of the water. I've seen so many posts on Reddit. People like, help, I think I soft locked myself. It's like, nope. You did not. You are fine. My advice, figure it out. Restock all of our health. Save. And... yes. Now we can do not only the gauntlet, but we're going to come up this side. Whoop. This climb is a little bit much. Oh, what? Okay. Yeah, no, we're not gonna do that. Alright. Now we're gonna burn through our fucking power bombs like it's going out of fucking style. This is the gauntlet. Let's just keep these equipped. We're gonna be using these constantly. Right? God, my fucking fingers itching. Why did I unequip these? I can see the sound and the detonation are not linked entities inside their system. They're two different things altogether. Stop it. Stop deselecting the power bombs. You need like a bajillion of them to get through this area. All right. This is the tricky part. You want to land right there. There we go. Otherwise, you have to make 2 trips through that gauntlet. Oh, that's a little nerve-wracking. You can still fuck that up. And the last. Allows you to get some goodies, but there we go. Let's go back, actually. I just realized we can kind of clear out a lot of stuff, actually. Backtracking now would be a good idea. Since we're like actually in the area. Yeah, no, this is really smart. Okay. Alright. So now we're gonna go back down to all that bullshit from before. And we're gonna get a lot of fucking shit. We basically have, I think, everything we need to clear out this lower area. Include, I believe, no, not this. No, fucking go down here. There we go. Okay. Wait, where the fuck? Is it here? Hello? Yes, it is here. Okay. Whoop! Easily missed super missile. I've seen a lot of people wind up with 99% because of this super missile. And by a lot of people, I mean like 4 or 5. But still, the fact that it's happened that many times is kind of insane. They weren't doing like actual speed runs. They were just kind of, you know, more like Let's Plays. But so there's that. Oh, wow. I don't know where that cough came from. Yeah, we're gonna be getting anything soon. I don't care about my health. So, underneath Mother Brain's old place is a missile pack. We'll assume she was powered off of missiles. And we had to pump her full of missiles to kill her. Alright, let's get the hell out of here. There we go. And now we're back here. I'm gonna go this way first. There's some items over here that I already showed off that we're gonna go and get. I do find it kind of interesting that they put back the old enemy placements and stuff like that. Kind of like it feels like this feels like a big callback to the original Metroid. Include that asshole. But Samus is a big girl now. She doesn't need any ledges or anything to help her jump high enough to get that. What am I doing? Let's do this the easy and fast way. Whoop. There we go. So if you came up here before you get gravity suit, this water would keep you from... Oh. And they kind of do like a little bit of a reverse trick there. You can get this without gravity suit, but it's like a frame perfect trick where you have to jump just as you like that door transition finishes. It's a very tight window. This is the Billy Mays room. You get one missile, but wait, there's more. So this is affectionately referred to as the Billy Mays room. Honor of the late great Billy Mays. And his infomercials. You want OxyClean? I want OxyClean. What the fuck I'm talking about. It's getting a little bit late and I'm getting a bit silly. I've only been going for like 5 hours, so it doesn't feel like very long. Alright, so we've already got almost half of the game's energy tanks. We've got more than half of the game's missiles. Oh. What am I doing? That's right, we gotta keep that equipped. Another power bomb pack. So we get 5 more. This is why SMZ3 works really well with Super Metroid, because like it always seems to be bombs or morph ball that people have a hard time finding when they do SMZ3 randomizers. And now we're back in here. We're gonna go back a little bit further because there's more stuff to get back in this direction. Don't worry, we'll go through all this too, but we're gonna go back to the beginning of this area. You can see we've got a power bomb door right there. And the missiles that I got earlier are supposed to have... Whoop! Supposed to have grapple beam. Samus feels very floaty in this one. Alright, I'm only stopping the speed booster because I don't want to open that up. If I do the speed booster across that, it would open up, I would fall down inside, and then I'd have to... Like, there's no items down there. There's just an energy recharge. That's right. Before we go down, we go up. Now that we have speed booster, we can get this. Oh. Whoop. This is another kind of trick room. Well, not really a trick room. It kind of shows it to you. This is another Billy Mays room. It's not the Billy Mays room. This one's not acknowledged by the community, but you got one, but wait, there's more. Except there's more. But wait, there's more moments in this one. I personally think this should be the Billy Mays room. Because you do get your bang for your buck. Bang my buck. Another super missile. This is the first super missile that most experienced speedrunners will get. Yeah, we're about halfway through the game at this point, and we've already got... That is just missile recharge. So let's instead go down. And this is the area that teaches you how to wall jump. If you don't want to learn how to wall jump, do not come down here until you have space jump. I can pretty consistently wall jump. I'm not too worried about not being able to get back up. I don't recall if there's anything in here, so let's just, for shits and giggles, yeah. Uh-oh. Oh, now we have half the game's energy tanks. I mean, hell, at this point, I could just beeline my way straight to the end of the fucking game, and I could probably beat the game with what I have right now. But we still got 2 more bosses, mandatory bosses to take care of, a few optional bosses to take care of. Yeah, we got a bit to do. That's just a save room. Again, if you're not comfortable with wall jumping, I don't recommend coming down here. First time I came down here, I was stuck here for several days. Fucking trial by fire shit, man. Just trying to get some power bombs back. Now we meet these little guys. These are the animals. And they play the little item jingle, and then they teach you to do this. They don't tell you what to press or anything like that, but... And you have to do the spin jump. Oh my god. Shit. Alright, this might be a comeback later moment. Man, shit, I almost had it. Got it. Not a comeback later moment. Get fucked, game. Oh, that feels good. Timing of that is so weird. But that's it. That area's cleared out. Now we go find more. We're about to get a fucking smorgasbord. Oh, I guess I'll show the other animals. They're kind of infamous, and we're gonna see them later. So let's go say hello. To the animals. If you time that just right, you can actually... I think you can get that thing out of there. I don't recall, though, if that's true or not. I spent a lot of time messing around with this game. Whoop, that was way too early. In here. Yeah, collecting all these items and everything will make this game take a whole hell of a lot longer. E-tank. Start the second row. Want to be sure. Like, rooms that I'm unsure if there's hidden items in there, I will definitely power bomb again. And like I said, I haven't played this game in a long time, so my memory's a bit fuzzy on some of the finer details. I got the broad strokes. Alright. This will probably be a bit quicker if I just do it like this. No, it won't. Okay. Absolute winner there. And so the hint for this room is that there's kind of like a little... that right there. Power bomb. This game showers you with power bombs. And that's how you get up. And you come up down here. And go down to where we got charge beam. And there's this area. Which... Yep. Cannot do this area without gravity suit. And you get another E-tank for your trouble. I'm going to go to the map real quick to kind of show something off. Before, you saw this little errant like line down here. You didn't see how it all connected. And so, like those hidden passages and all those little secrets, that's how... Like, if you ever see something like that, that's the game's way of saying, hey, there's a secret here. You should look for it. Right? I think that's essentially it. Now we're heading into Meridia now. Meridia is kind of more the tail end of the game, but it's also one of the largest zones in the game. One of the largest areas in the game. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, great. All maxed out on super missiles and missiles. I thought you could shoot those floors on. It's not. Oh. Right. Let's go and open up Meridia. I always, when I was a kid, I thought this was the coolest shit ever. You know, wait, nothing happened. That's just a safe room down there. All right. This is one of the hardest missile. I would say this is one of the hardest missile expansions in the game to get. And we're gonna basically potentially spend the rest of the stream getting this. This could cost us all of our super missiles if we're not careful like that. I'd be tempted to use like the save state or like rewind stuff, but it feels kind of like cheating. Like if I miss it, I missed it, and I should have to spend a super missile trying again. Only seems fair. This is what will probably take the longest amount of time to get. Please tell me that registered. I think I know what I'm doing wrong. I'm letting go of the button in the door transition, and I'm like mashing the down button. I need to keep pressing. A bitch. I might need to press it before the door transition and then just run, like haul ass to the to that spot. This is like obviously for like 100% runners or whatever. This is probably not. Fuck. I was off by a single spot. You need to jump where that. The fact that I got there. Man. Boom, got it. For the longest time as a kid, I was just like, I would rack my brain, like, how the fuck do you get that? I was like, how do you get a speed booster up to that point? Took adult me to realize, oh, you have to shine spark all the way from the bottom up to there. And as we were climbing that room, we saw that. Well, we didn't see it, but we saw a super missile was in here. Wait, fuck you, dude. Okay. God, the fucking D-pad. You motherfucker. Alright. Come on, man. Shit! Wait a second, is there an item down here? Why am I thinking there's a... No. It's a different room. I didn't know you could actually kill them. There we go. Fucking shit, man. If it's not obvious, Meridia is my least favorite zone. Just trying to get to the boss as soon as possible, because once you beat the boss, this zone gets a lot easier to do. Get through, to navigate. Oh my god. Fucking sweat that just came off of me from that whole fucking mess. God damn. I actually don't have any paper towels on hand. That is very unfortunate. My hands are very, very nasty right now. This is not the right way to the boss, I don't think. Oh, this zone is fucking gigantic. It's very, very difficult to keep track of everything in here. Okay. Oh, hey. Wait, what? I thought there was... Well, that's egg on my face, I guess. I know there's a spot like that somewhere in here. It has 2 items inside of it. I think I need to go back and just make my way over to the boss. but I can't control myself. Cannot control myself. Love exploring this game's everything, basically. Here we are. This is... Yes, super missile and a normal missile. Come on. Come on. And there. None of this is going to help us with the boss in this area. But we are going to beat the boss with a few well-placed missiles and a grappling beam. MacGyver would be proud. MacGyver would probably come from watching this boss fight. Go ahead and drop all nuance there. This boss fight is fucking weird. But the super missiles will definitely help us with Ridley. Alright. So, yeah, okay. So, essentially a dead end with some collectibles. And now we get on this side. Start calling those blocks David Jaffe blocks. Never let him live down the shame of Metroid Dread. Getting mad at Metroid Dread because the game told him, the game tells you there are blocks that you can shoot out that look like normal blocks. And this dude gets all bent up out of shape. The game never lets you know that you can do this. This is not fair. Like, no, the game lets you know that this is the thing that can happen. You have to do that. And like in the first like 5 minutes of the game, it shows you there are blocks that you will have to shoot. They'll look like normal blocks. And you'll have to shoot them out in order to progress in the game. The game explicitly tells you this. And this dude gets fucking like turbo rage bent out of shape. Like it was such a fucking shit show. And like basically all of the internet was calling him like a washed out hack and like a fucking has-been who's just mad at a game. Mad at the game because he sucks. Like mad because bad was a big... Alright. I think we have to go up here. I don't remember. This area is so massive. Fake Metroids. Literally, their canonical name is Mocktroid. This is the Space Pirates' attempt at creating Metroids. Failed attempt. One of the best additions that the Prime Games made to the Metroid franchise was being able to use Charge Beam. Because I don't even remember how... Yeah, you have to go up there and... Yeah. So instead of using X-Ray Visor, we'll just... There you go. That's how you get through that. Mini-boss. And dead. Easy. Easy boss for babies. Oh, this fucking area. Good God, this fucking area. Jesus. Whoop. Nope. Nailed it. Now I need to be careful. And I will unironically use the X-ray visor. Yeah, so you want to go, okay. Like this. Like this. And like this. A good resupply spot right here. And once they stop giving you stuff, well, it doesn't matter. We're just gonna press on. But yeah, you can speed boost through that hole. I don't know what the fuck that was all about. Okay. I think that's what we'll probably do. I'm gonna see if we can't beat Dragon before end of stream. Do baby's first wall jump with that shit. There we go. An interesting little tidbit, gameplay tidbit. You can grab items, item pickups with the grapple beam. Jesus Christ. Alright. This should be a safe room? Yeah. What's on the other side of this? I don't know if I've ever checked this out. Oh, missile. That's an energy recharge. Definitely don't need that. Yes. Save, and we'll come back here probably after we... This might be where we actually leave off, but after we beat this guy. Ah, fuck, I missed it. Okay. Interesting that those missiles don't hurt. I just said those missiles, those spikes. Yeah, and these, like, kind of crumbly looking, yeah, those... That's going to be important later. To note that that is what happens with those. Alright, well-placed super missiles ought to do us a really big favor. Interesting note about these, the developer that programmed these guys, they actually write out "I love you" to a person that developer wanted to date. The path that they take spells out "I love you" in Japanese. You could also, if you're good at like short charging, you can going for a ride. Come on. Shit. I grabbed me in the wrong spot. I couldn't get it. Okay. But yeah, if you can do like a short charge, there's a way to do a short charge type attack. Come on, asshole. There we go. Gotcha, bitch. Bizort. Get fucked. A lot of my friends were stuck on this guy for the longest time. I forgot who figured it out, but... yeah, we figured that out. Like, oh my god, why did we spend so fucking long trying to pump missiles into this dude? One of my friends was convinced he was literally impossible. I wasn't that silly. I was like, Nintendo wouldn't do that. And I was right. You just go Bizort. And you can take him out like with missiles if you want. It's just a lot longer. And so the Bizort method is my favorite way to do it. Just latch on to one of those outlets that had that turret on it, and boom. You go Bizort and he fucking dies. It is well past 1 o'clock. I got shit I gotta do tomorrow, so I think it's time to save. After we get an energy recharge. It's right fucking here. We might as well utilize it. I think this is the most health we've lost to a boss. Alright. Yes, I would like to save.